Kaitlin Bennett, everyone's favorite, the intellectual goddess, arguably of the universe. She posted this at the beginning of December. BLM versus facts and logic. When I first saw this, I thought this was going to be Kaitlin Bennett, like, peddling all the same exact bullshit lies about BLM, which she actually did that in a different video. What's really funny, first off, right off the bat, is the fact that her entire video of 8 minutes called BLM versus Facts and Logic is her arguing with a group of people holding a sign that says BLM. Now, we're also going to talk about the people that she's talking to. We're probably not going to go through this whole video because the people she was talking to are also not very smart and they're making really terrible arguments.
Because I don't want to like her either if she is racist, so tell me why she's racist.
Do I look like Google? Do I look like Google?
I mean, you claim she's racist. You should know why, right?
I know why.
We know why.
Have to tell you.
We don't have to tell you why. But you want me to like someone that's racist? Like, come on, help me out here.
Why can't you tell us?
He needs to find out for himself why you're racist.
God, I hate her intro. It's way too cool for her shitty little content. So right off the bat, right, she shows this opening clip with these people calling her a racist. Look at that dumb little face. People calling her a racist, and then they are unable to defend the accusation that they've just levied. This is really bad. This is a bad look. Kaitlin Bennett knows this because remember, her whole shtick is looking to get gotchas on people, and she goes after the lowest possible hanging fruit. Now, I don't have anything wrong with like interviewing people on the street every now and then. I've done videos like that before, and I'm going to continue doing content like that. But when you're like BLM versus Facts and Logic, and your whole video is you arguing with these random people on the street who have no media training whatsoever, they don't know how to debate. They just have heard probably that you're racist because you're notorious among those circles. And that's it. So Kaitlin Bennett goes into this, right? She knows, hey, I can get some easy gotchas here because if they call me racist and then they can't even prove why they would ever call me racist, that's going to make me look really good and them look like the stupid liberals calling everything racist again.
Is she going to cry now?
Why do they hate you so much?
I don't know. Probably because they think I'm racist and I'm not wearing a mask. Ask them.
Well, yeah, not wearing a mask is pretty stupid, but I don't expect Kaitlin Bennett to exhibit any form of intellect at all.
Why do you guys not like her so much?
Because she's a fucking racist. She's against women's rights.
We're gonna go over these people too. They don't really deserve to be being criticized that much because they're random people on the street that Kaitlin Bennett is now instigating this conversation with because she knows it's gonna be an easy, cheap shot and a way for her to look good. They make themselves look especially bad also. They go into it right away with hyperbole, with, you're racist, you hate human rights. Like, hold down now, whoa.
Is it obvious? Are you racist?
No, I'm not.
Do you hate black people?
Nope.
Do you hate any ethnic group?
Okay, that's a pretty low bar to set for what constitutes being racist. No one is gonna go and be like, yeah, I'm a racist person, and I hate black people, and anyone that's not white, yeah, fuck them. I mean, unless you're literally like Nick Fuentes, like, no. By lowering the bar so incredibly low with this Twitch mod, you know what I mean to say, no chin, man bun looking head ass, by him lowering the bar for what constitutes racism, it again is designed to make her look better.
My husband is mixed.
Oh, wow.
Things.
Oh, identity politics. Wait, what? Hold up. Why are you doing identity politics? You know there were Jewish Nazis, right, Kaitlin? What is this cringeworthy identity politics shit? Black people can be racist too? I'm sorry, I don't prescribe to the lefty, cringeworthy, woke-tard SJW identity politics. I thought you were against that, Kaitlin.
I don't know. I can't be racist if I'm married to a ethnically diverse person.
Slave masters would have sex with their slaves.
Good point. I don't see any racism.
Ask him for proof.
Do you guys have proof of racism or like that she hates with?
Do you guys have proof that she's racist?
No one's talking to me. I'm asking a question.
Ask
Like,
him
do you
for
have-
proof that I'm racist.
I just wanted to know.
I just want to know who did your hair.
Because like you guys seem to like hate her a lot.
It's funny too because it's like Kaitlin just cannot back off the ad hom attacks. I just want to know who did your hair. Like you already got them where you want them to be, which is they can't defend the accusation that you are racist.
I just wanted to know why.
I have no hate in my heart.
And again, just so we're clear, this is Caitlin's entire brand is going out and essentially just instigating because she's a pussy. She's a coward. She doesn't want to actually defend any statements she makes. She doesn't really want to argue even because she sucks dick at it. So she can go out and just instigate random people who already don't like her.
Yeah, she said, Google the racism from Donald Trump. It's literally a rigged algorithm. Google has been meddling and promoting their own agenda and have had—
Oh, this is so bad. This is why she's not trying to argue, too. You could have just said, Kaitlin, you called me a racist and now you're not even able to prove it. That's kind of weak. Instead, she goes all on this conspiracy theory ramble about how Google is actually biased. So, even if you do Google stuff and find out and find proof that she's a racist, Google's all biased. It is literally the most obvious and transparent display of putting feelings over facts. You can't even trust where you'll go to find the facts. Is Kaitlin Bennett racist? Okay, and what these people should have said, which is not, I have Google, so go look it up. I don't look like Google. I will explain my case as to why Kaitlin Bennett is racist. Now, I know some like neo-Nazi shit was leaked from like some chat logs, but I think that I have a better argument here. Kaitlin Bennett did this video, hold up, called Kaitlin Bennett Destroys George Floyd Narrative. Yeah, how do you think this video went? How do you think it went down? Do you think we had some deep, insightful views of why people might be upset about the George Floyd thing? No. We had the same old bullshit thing about bringing up his past as if that's somehow relevant.
talk about, his rap sheet for drug offenses and everything. Let's throw that out of there. Let's throw the drug offenses out of there. Okay, he did drugs, all right.
Okay, let's see.
He held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly.
So it's literally just virtue signaling for like the first 10 minutes, is harping on like he held a gun to a pregnant, like yes, it's bad, and he served time in prison for it.
There are better people. There are better people Black Lives Matter can give us than George Floyd. And I'm so tired of holding my tongue and saying—
That's the general gist of what her video was, harping on about his irrelevant past, trying to obfuscate from the actual issue at hand here, the armed robbery thing that she brought up. He served time in jail for that. I think he was in prison for like 5 to 8 years or something. He went to jail for the armed robbery. Let's stop acting like he was like this rampant murderer on the loose who police had no choice but to restrain and kill on sight. No, that's not what happened. Second of all, he was in Minnesota, where he was later killed by police. He went to Minnesota with a church group. He was literally actively trying to better his life. And Kaitlin Bennett tries to harp on and on about how the left doesn't care about babies and how he held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly. Like, George Floyd has children. Thankfully, George Floyd never killed anybody. Like, all of that is left out of it, right? Because she doesn't care about the full story. She cares about bringing up his record. And the reason she does this is because she wants to obfuscate. The issue at hand is not a guy who once did drugs and committed armed robbery was killed unjustifiably by police. Well, he once did drugs and committed armed robbery, so, oh well. The argument here is that George Floyd is a black man being killed by police is indicative of an empirically proven systemic issue with black people disproportionately being victimized by police brutality. This is a fact. And even more so, they're disproportionately victims of racial discrimination and bias within our entire criminal justice system. And Kaitlin Bennett's attempt to obfuscate from this proven issue and instead try to bring up Floyd's irrelevant past directly harms the current civil rights movement, especially considering she's someone with a large platform. I hate the fact that she has influence, but she has influence. So I would actually argue that, Kaitlin, I can never prove what's in your heart. I don't know if you're racist or not, but I don't really give a fuck, because you're worse than any average Joe racist, because your actions actually have racist consequences, regardless of what you personally believe in your shit-filled heart. She's harping on about the whole like pro-life position, and she's talking about getting emotional about George Floyd committing an armed robbery over 10 years ago. But then when this man was actually just killed unjustifiably, as proven by multiple autopsies, now all of a sudden she's like, well, let's talk about the fact that one time he did something bad.